the most important thing that you need to know about wine is what's appropriate for the food. So that, for example, in Hanukkah, you have sufganiyot, which is donuts. You have latkes, which is, oil and potatoes and, good salt and maybe pepper. And you have blintzes, and you have all that kind of food that is kind of Hanukkah related. And the answer is that there is no wine that says Hanukkah, but there is a wine that's more appropriate for sufganiyot. And the kind of wine that would be more appropriate for sufganiyot are wines that would be sweeter, such as late harvest Riesling or Chenin Blanc, or maybe a rich Chardonnay, or Red by W, which is a blend of red wines that is a little bit off dry, or Jeunesse, which is a red wine, which is a little bit off dry. So the real question is, when people say, is there wine for Passover? Now, whether it's kosher for Passover or not is what they think they're asking. But what they should really be asking is, the kind of food that you eat and drink, so to speak, in soups and stuff like that for Passover, what kind of wine goes with those foods? So if it's a brisket that you're having at your meal, then you'd have a rich, full-bodied Cabernet, like perhaps the Herzog Napa Cabernet. Or if it's a light, fresh fish, then you might have a Sauvignon Blanc from Israel by Segal or by Barkan. And so, yes, the answer to your question about whether there's wines appropriate for Hanukkah is really, is it appropriate for the Hanukkah foods? And the answer is yes. And the key is the harmony between the food and the wine. You don't want either to overpower the other. So, for example, some people don't get that. And as a novice, it's very simple. When you walk into a store, a wine shop, if they know anything, or if they're pretty good at what they sell, whether it's kosher or non, and that shouldn't be the criteria, ask them, tell them what food you're having for this purpose of this wine. And they will give you a wine that's in harmony with that. Well, harmony means you don't want the food to overpower the wine, nor the wine to overpower the food. You want them to kind of both show their stuff.